anyone suffering from postpartum or who knows somebody who's suffering. So like I said before in the first video, if you haven't seen it, this does not qualify as like medical advice at all. Like talk to your doctor basically is what I'm getting at. So if you have an issue, make sure you talk to your doctor and know that I'm standing behind you, and I'm going through it. I'm walking through it, I'm getting out. It's really helpful though. These techniques have been really effective in my own life with my daughter, whose name is Emily, by the way. And I love her very much. And it's worth all of the effort in the world, even if every single one of them fails. If one works, and it brings me a little closer to feeling that emotional recognition of that bond. I think that's my right, and I'm happy to do it. I would fail a million times if it meant, that's where I guess faith comes in, if it means for my kid and I know a lot of people feel a lot of guilt because of postpartum depression, and I'm one of those people, so it's really hard to come out and speak about it, but I'm right behind you. So if you do have kind of concerns about maybe being somebody who's suffering from this, then go to the doctor. It's not abnormal. It's actually a lot more common than people would think, and no one's going to judge you, and no one's going to think that you're like going to harm your child. And especially if you are thinking about things like that, you should probably go to the doctor. Absolutely go to the doctor. So my first technique that I came up with, well, actually I learned about this from somewhere, I'm not sure exactly who, but is art. Do art with them. It's fun. Like splatter paint random items. Like we splatter painted my keyboard one day, and we took pictures, and like I set a timer on my tripod, my camera, and so we got the pictures together, splatter painting like a piano keyboard. So that was really cool, and it played well even after the fact that it got splatter painted. So it was edgy and cool. It reminded me every day like that I played it, that was a good memory, and when we link ourselves with good memories with our children, it really does like bond us. It's a lot of thought that it takes to bond. But so the second one I would suggest is eating together. Like go for picnics. Make sure you talk about highs and lows. I learned that from my best friend's family. They talked about the highs and lows of their days every night, like right before dinner, and then everybody ate, and then it was good. Everyone got to share though. It's bonding. Like you're 365 days if you're eating every day, giving eye contact, no phones allowed. Maybe put some like Sinatra, but if you're not into Sinatra, put in some just Asian, I don't know, whatever kind of cuisine music that's like authentic or whatever you guys like, and just put it subtly on the back, in the background, just to kind of barely be able to hear it, and just share your highs and lows. Like what's the best thing that happened to me today? What's the worst thing? How can I fix the worst thing? If you want to share, those things are really good. You've got to make eye contact and connect like at least once a day, especially with family, because I know like my attention span got really, really messed up. Like I wasn't able to focus on a whole lot of, like I would literally be unable to finish a story because I would be like talking and then I would go off with another story. I could not focus. Like I was like 10-second Tom off 51st dates. Like I'd reset every time. But when I started to try to make eye contact, although it was very scary, I pushed through that and I tried to make eye contact, and because it's shaky for some reason. It's very scary to have eye contact because you never know if like, I don't know what it is. It's just I was always really scared to make it, and I realized like now that I'm making it, it kind of like grounds me out so that I'm a lot more focused, a lot more connected with the people, and a lot more aware of what's going on in my general environment. So that would be eat together. Music is also very good, and art so far. So let's get to number 3. This one, like healthy habits. Start doing healthy habits together. We started doing yoga together, me and Emily, and she's so good at it. There's this thing called cosmic yoga you can find on YouTube. And it's so wonderful. Like they have like Frozen themed yoga. They have like all the princesses with Disney, all sorts of stuff. Minecraft, I'm sure. I don't know how you do that, but this lady tells a story and she does yoga moves to tell the story, and it's really cool. So I let her do that, and then I let her do my meditations at night. They have guided meditations, and they're just like really happy, positive things. And we just listen to the headphones together. We sit like the people that are like Om. We wouldn't do the Om sounds, but we'd sit there and we just feel silly just sitting there. But it was really cool when we actually listened to what they were saying. Like me and Emily both saw extremely positive results in our own lives. But not just that, but our bond was like we were doing stuff together. Don't forget that that's a lot of bonding, you know. I think I didn't. You got to have a little bit of confidence in yourself. Like, you are worthy of being there, and you are worthy of trying. If you can't feel worthy, then know that your child's worthy. And I know that what I was feeling, I was allowed to, because it's a condition. It's not like I have a choice in it, but I knew that I didn't want to feel that way, that I wanted to feel a connection, you know. And it's like, you can only beat yourself around in circles or beat yourself up so much before you're like, I have to get out there, I have to figure this out. There's like, I'm missing my child's life, and and regardless, everybody was judging me. They were all judging me and very hard on me, but they didn't understand what I was going through. I didn't even understand. I couldn't even explain it to a doctor, let alone come to my family and try to explain it. You know, it seemed like the whole world was looking at me like I was a terrible mom. In reality, I was like, inside, I was like dying, you know. That's a horrible feeling, and I'm really sorry that it exists, but it's not your fault. But you can help enhance the likelihood, which is extremely likely, like it is promised, you know. There will be results if you put actions in and thoughts, and if you try. It took me like 3-4 years before I actually even found something that worked a little bit. Do you know how crazy that is? Like 3 or 4 years of like being mocked and put down and shamed and shunned. Not fun. You know, I ended up placing my last 2 up for adoption because I felt that upset. I had such a bad issue with trust with myself, because I'm like, I don't want to ever. I felt so guilty, and I just want to let you know, don't do that. Don't beat yourself up. Just say, oh, I got a condition. Now I can fix it. I identified the problem. It's not me. It's just something that needs to be worked on, and it can get better. So cheers to you for being strong. Thank you so much for being here and listening to what I have to say. If you guys have additional suggestions for techniques that would help with postpartum depression and how we can bond better with our children and others in our family, even our community, please feel free to comment below and subscribe, like. Know that I love you very much. And this is the Original Goddess. My name's Teresa. Thank you so much. Good luck.